Nina joins us from British Columbia. She joins us by Skype. Sirhan Sirhan's defense team is expected to use some of her testimony in court filings. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Walk me back. Take me back to that day at the Ambassador Hotel. What did you see? What did you hear?
Well, I was basically waiting for the senator to come down after he gave his speech to bring him, as I was requested to do, to the Pierre Salinger press room, which was to my right and the senator's left as he descended. And suddenly I saw this man in a tuxedo, tall blonde man, taking the senator in a completely opposite direction. And I shouted after them saying, no, 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 you've gone in the wrong direction. It's this way. But nevertheless, I wasn't heard, and I ran after them. And as I ran after them towards the kitchen, I saw the senator stop and chat with some people in the kitchen, and quickly, and then he moved on. I saw his left profile talking to someone, and then he moved on into the direction he was originally headed, and I was between, I would say, Sirhan was to my left, and Senator Kennedy was to my right, and I was in the middle. And as I ran towards him, I started to hear shots. And my eyes turned right to Sirhan, who was standing on a metal steam table. And Rayford Johnson and Rosie Greer ran to subdue him, but there were still shots coming from my right and back of the senator. I was about 6 to 7 feet in back of him, and it sounded like between 10 and 14, well, 12 and 14 shots.
So as I mentioned, they're going to use your testimony, which I know you had given originally. You said then it was tweaked, it was changed over time, even though you've consistently said the same thing. Do you think Sirhan shouldn't have been convicted for shooting RFK?
No. That's not my decision. I do know that he was there with a gun. I know that, and I know that he was there for a purpose, and I don't know what that purpose is. So I don't want my words to be a conviction or freedom, because I did know that he was there with a gun, and I did hear some shots that emanated from where he was.
Nina, I'm going to play I want to play the audio clip. Hang on, I'm sorry. Forgive me for interrupting you there. I want to play the audio clip. It's very short. It only lasts about 4 seconds, and it captures the gunshot. So let's play that first, and everyone can listen to it.
Yes, thank you.
Then you hear the shrieking at the end of that. When people listen to that and they play it obviously over and over again, it sounds like there are 6 gunshots. But then what they do is they have a graphic of sort of the, they've graphed out those shots, and on that graph, which we can throw up on the air now, you'll see that actually it looks like there's something more than, maybe 11 or even 13 gunshots. There's an expert whose name is Van Praag. I forget his first name. He's Peter Van Praag, who talks about his analysis of that, Philip Van Praag, who talks about his analysis of this recording. Let's listen to that.
There were 13 shot sounds that I found on that recording, up to the point where the screams just totally overrode all of the other audio, and it would have been impossible to recover any shot sounds beyond that point. The second discovery was the presence of 2 double shot instances, and that is 2 shots that occur so closely together as to preclude the possibility of having come from a single weapon.
There are other experts as well, Nina, who said that they heard somewhere between 9 and 11 shots when they did a further analysis of that. So you originally said that you'd heard more than 8 shots. What happened to your story?
Well, the FBI came to my home when I was living in Los Angeles and interviewed me, and I told them that there were between 12 and 14 shots. I told them I'd want to be a witness, and then they left. And I got a phone call about 10, 11 years ago. I was never called. I was never questioned. I was very frustrated about the conclusion that there was only one shooter. And Philip Melanson, who is a professor at Dartmouth, called me about 10, 11 years ago, and he interviewed me saying he would like to revive the case. And he then sent me a copy of the FBI report, which was devastating. it was 14 different statements that they misconstrued, misrepresented what I said. I promise you, I said between 12 and 14 shots. And they put down that I said 8.
Has this been frustrating you all these years?
That perhaps for means to an end to the case.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ron Brownstein from National Journal. Are you aware of any other witnesses who were there that night who have a similar view to what occurred to what you do?
Yes. I believe Paul Schrade was one. And right now I can't come up exactly with all the names. But afterwards, we, in the Kennedy entourage, which I was a part of the Kennedy campaign, we did discuss it, and we all knew there were more shots than that.
So are there others?
I believe even Jess Under might have said that.
Are there other people who will be called? Do you expect other people to come forward now that you have to make the similar argument?
I would pray that they do. If there's anyone out there that can corroborate what I am saying, it would be wonderful, because there should be a just conclusion, and the conclusion that was come to was not just, in my opinion, because I know I can hear the rhythm of the gunshots in my head, and I know it was, at first I thought it was flash bulbs. It was pop, pop, and then pop, 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 very, very rapid fire to my right in back of Senator Kennedy.